Yes, squad, I'm Ben John, the rugby trainer. I've got a brand new video for you today. If you're a beginner, this one is for you. Whether you're 8 years old or 33 and you want to accelerate, you want to get better, you want to catch up with your teammates, and I've got 5 key skills to focus on. They're going to be passing, rucking, tackling, kicking, and fitness. And within that 5 key skills, I'm going to give you 3 drills with tips and insights and things to focus on. And if you hang around at the end, I'm going to give you a 7-day free training program to get your hands on to accelerate your training and work with me on your game. So anything else to touch on? No, all of these are easy to do. You can be on your own, you can grab a ball, grab a tackle pad, and grab a few sets of cones on a rainy day, on a sunny day. Whatever it is, you can do these drills and get better and better. So let's get into it. Let's go. So the first key skill area is going to be passing, okay? So again, I imagine you've never touched the ball before, so I don't want you to focus on spin. All your teammates might be spinning the ball. All I want you to focus on is starting point and end point. Start point, end point. I'm gonna give you 3 drills like I've mentioned. All I want you to focus on is the start and is the end, okay? So when we start, I want you to start the ball on your hip, okay? Usually we look at a little bit more in depth, 90-degree angle. Some people might prefer it a little bit low, people might like it a little bit higher, but as a rule of thumb, just get it on that hip, because the reason for that is wherever you catch the ball then, whether you catch the ball above your head or below, if you try and find that start point, you can have a lot more accurate pass, okay? Whereas if you try and pass from here or you try and pass from there, the trajectory of the pass or the chance of that being an accurate pass is a lot lower, especially when you're tired. So get that ball to start from your hip. And then when I want you to finish, I want you to finish with your hand to the target. Both of them, again, I don't care if your hands are together or pointing like so, like that, like this, whatever, just get them straight to the target. So the first drill is going to be on a cone, 5 meters away, find yourself a target, this is the target, around this height, so I'm looking at the 3-6 for me anyway, and I want you to start the ball on your hip, small little steps. I don't want you to be planted for now. For this drill, I want you to be on your toes. Imagine you're walking on the spot, small little steps, ball on the hip, end over end pop pass, and you're going to point to that target, okay? That's all I want. So drill number 1, on your toes, ball starting the hip, stay nice and relaxed. I don't want you to hold any tension, stay nice and relaxed, ball in your hip, punching through, point to that target. For this drill, when I'm asking you to use your feet and pitter-patter on the floor, a lot of us when we pass, we might step across like so. But like I mentioned, for this drill, try and do it, try and stay consistent with your running and try and always stay forward. So as you pass, I don't want you to finish like this. Can you stay on your toes, pass, and keep moving, keep those legs moving. That's the first drill. If you want more information on reps and sets, read the description below. That's drill number 1 for passing. Passing drill number 2 is exactly the same. Start from the hip, point to the target, pitter-patter, but this time we're going to progress this to walking. Again, keep those steps nice and small. I don't want you to stride long like so. So what I want you to do is I want you to create a little gate. I want you to make sure you walk through this gate, walk from red cone to red cone. So what's that? 2 meters. So a little 2-meter walk. As you get to the yellow gate, that's where you pass and you continue to walk forward. Let's give this a go. With this one, it's going to be hard to get the time in, so you want to make sure that your hands finish behind you, okay? Because the ball's going to be moving forward with you, with your momentum. So make sure your hands point backwards so you hit that number 3 and 6. Let's give it a go. Walk, 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 ball on your hip, pass, and keep moving forward. And when you feel more confident, you can start going a little bit quicker, like so. Just build up that pace until you feel more confident, but be accurate and stay relaxed on that ball with small little pitter-patter steps. Again, if you want sets and reps, check out the description below. I'll give you everything there. And drill number 3 is exactly the same as drill number 2, but we're going to add in the catch and pass. So like I said, we're going to start the ball from the hip, but we've got to find the hip. That's the aim of this drill, is to find the hip and pass that ball, okay? So let's give it a go. So small steps again, but when you throw the ball up, I want you to make sure you throw it outside your body. So a good thing to do is underarm it with, say, my right hand, so I'm passing this direction. So this hand, the hand closest to where I want to throw it up, catch the ball, okay? So there, throw it up, catch, find the hip, and pass that ball. Continue to walk straight. So let's do that slow motion. Pitter-patter, throw the ball up, catch it. When I get that ball then, I find my hip by turning my elbow over, small steps, punch, and push your hands to the target. And again, start slow, start small steps, and then build up the speed, maintaining those small steps, okay? Give that a go. Again, reps, sets, read the description below. That's drill number 3. And there we have it. That is the 3 drills for passing. If you want more information on how to get better at passing, I've got a actual 8-week passing plan for you that you can purchase. And so many players have got better at their passing. And if you want to get better at spin passing, that's a really good program to follow. It teaches you all the basics and then it builds up the power and accuracy every week. So make sure you check out that. That's in the description below. Let's go. So part number 2 is tackling, and these are 2 starting tips to help you, especially when you're doing contact with your teammate, is when we are doing tackle techniques, say that pad is directly in front of me. This is a short pad. You usually have a taller pad or somebody with a shield. You stand directly in front of the pad. And when I make a tackle then, notice that my body is twisted to get my head in a safe position. So anytime you do a tackle drill, this is a tip number 1, is slightly get to the outside of the pad. I don't want you all the way out here. I just want you slightly. So imagine this is their shoulder. I just want to be slightly on the outside of their shoulder, because then when I go and make a tackle, I can stay nice and straight and I can keep my head in a good position. So again, tackle drills, think about just stepping slightly to the side, all right? Rather than trying to tackle in front, because you have to twist in order to get your head safe, and then your body's all over the place, and then you're not going to make a strong and effective tackle. And with that, tip number 2 is keeping an eye on this front leg, okay? When you tackle, I've seen this happen a lot, especially youngsters or beginners. When they tackle, their knee twists, their front knee twists, that is, because we want to get nice and close to the tackle. Want to get close, but what happens is they twist this leg, so it ends up pointing that direction, and again, they can't get straight. So the same thing happens, their body is across, they're not aligned with the tackle. So if I show you my bum to your screen, so watch this as I make a tackle. I turn like so, my body is on the squiff now, where this is the position I want you to be in, is just everything straight through, okay? So slightly, everything straight through, everything is straight, everything is going straight through the pad or the player rather than any twists. So keep everything straight, keep an eye out for that. Let's get into the 3 drills. So drill number 1 is a step and hit. I want you quite close to this pad, just 1 step away, and we're gonna slightly lean forward in a hunting position. Imagine you've just closed the space down. We're gonna be on our toes, and then we're gonna take 1 step, drop our height, and make a hit. One thing though, you don't need to worry about how small this pad is. This is a chop tackle pad. This is a very good pad, but for today, you don't have to use it. You can get a little bit higher and then slowly make your way down to a smaller height. I've only got this one today because it's the only one I could fit in the taxi, because I haven't got a car anymore. So I couldn't cycle down here with this on my back. So don't use this to start with, use a taller pad, and then we can work our way down that pad to get the right height so you can get used to it, okay? So when doing this step and hit, you're gonna be on your toes. If you're tackling with your right shoulder, you're gonna step forward with your right leg, and you're gonna drop your height and hit through, okay? So this is what it looks like. 1 step, I'm gonna get all the way down there. I'm 6'3", and this pad is quite low, so we can drop our height really quickly, all right? On your toes, hands up, stay relaxed, hunting position, and then drop. And hit through that pad, all right? Let's do that again. Same thing, I'm slightly to the side of this pad, like I said in tip number 1 earlier. On your toes, stay relaxed, right and right. Let's go. That is drill number 1. One more tip, when you make these tackles, a lot of us want to protect our head by moving it too far away. So as I'm making the tackle, we move it away to think that we're protecting our head, to keep it away from danger. But Reality, it's exposed out there. So as you make your tackle, you want to be safe with your head, you want to get it past, but then as you come close, you want to squeeze your head to become a part of the tackle, okay? Or the tackler. So there, and then squeeze your head, keep it tight, keep it secure, because nothing then can hit your head, especially if it's out here, you're making a tackle, you're in an exposed position, all right? Drill number 1, step and hit. So drill number 2, a little bit more decision making in your tackle technique, a little bit more space between you and the pad, so you have to make an extra step. Again, keep these early steps small, and then that last one, then get nice and close to that pad, making sure if I'm coming from this side, it's my right shoulder, right leg, so my head is safe. If I'm coming from this side, it's my left foot, left shoulder, head is safe, okay? So that's the decision, is if I come from here, make a hit. If I come from here, make a hit on this shoulder, looking after that head. So the drill, I'm on my toes. In my head, if I've got no one else around, I'll just shout blue or white, okay? So if I shout white, I bounce to the white cone, chop my feet, boom, get into a good position, and then make that hit, okay? Again, decision here is which shoulder I need to tackle with. Try and get it nice and close, foot in close. As you make your hit, you drop your height, and you continue to project yourself through the tackle, okay? Chasing your feet, squeeze. Give it a go. Drill number 2, enjoy it. So drill number 3 is testing your footwork and testing the decision of which shoulder, okay? So we're gonna use this pole to get in our way, and we have to work our way around the pole, and we have to chop our feet to make a tackle, because we don't want to be going into tackles with big strides, because it makes it easier for people to step us. So if at the beginning of your rugby training or your games you get stepped really easy, it's probably because either you're traveling too fast or your strides are too big and you are not leaning forward in that hunting position, okay? So that is what this is gonna do. We're gonna always be in a hunting position. We're gonna chop our feet, and then we're gonna close the space down, boom, and make a tackle. So there's 2 color cones. There's a white, there's a blue. Again, if you're on your own, call them yourself. If you are with a partner, tell our partner to shout a color cone, okay? Or your mum, dad, whoever you're with, all right? So for example, I'll walk it through, I'll be on my toes, I'll say white, I go past the white, staying in a hunting position, I'm here, and then I chop my feet, and I make the correct tackle with the correct head position, okay? Control your pace. If you go too fast, you won't be able to turn and get in control of your body, so you need to have a good pace, chop your feet, get around the pad, make sure these cones are a little bit further away from the pad, so you have to come around the corner slightly and chop those feet. Let's give it a go. Another thing to think about is that foot nice and close. I want to be making sure that, say this is the pad I'm tackling, my foot, as I'm coming around the corner, I don't want my foot outside of this pad or this person, because if this was a person, they could just bump us off, right? So we want to make sure our foot, leading foot, is in the middle of this pad. So as I'm coming around the corner, my foot here gets in the middle of this pad so I can hit through and I can control the contact. One more exercise, let's go. And there we have it. That is the 3 drills for tackling. If you want to improve your tackling, I've got a tackle masterclass ebook that you can download, get your hands on. Or if you want to level up your game fully and work with me, check out at the end of the video, I discuss my 7-day free training program and my academy that I can help you and give you feedback. I can give you drills on tackling, passing, whatever it is, it's in there for you. Whew, that was a good drill. Enjoy this one, on to the next. Right, skill number 3 is rucking, and I would have a better pad than this, a little bit bigger, but it's the only one I got. So yeah, use a pad, you can turn on the side like this, is a good way to get your height. And we're gonna start on the floor for drill number 1. With our rucks though, making sure that we get into a position earlier, right? So in this ruck area, we're allowed to touch this side. So say this is outside of the ruck, that's their side of the ruck. I'll make it more clear. So I'm allowed to put my hands on this side of the ruck, okay? But if I put my hands on that side of the ruck, then that's a penalty, okay? So we can use the floor to get our height. So think about it, it's loads of planes over my head every like 10 seconds. Land the plane. So as we approach the ruck, you want to be landing the plane. So a good little thing is brush your knuckles on the floor. So brushing your knuckles on the floor just before you make a clean out, because it helps you get your height. And also chop your feet. If we take big strides, say even if I'm dragging my knuckles, big strides, and then I hit, there's going to be nothing underneath me, okay? Whereas if I drop the plane, get my height nice and low, chop my feet, so my feet are nice and chopped, they're underneath me, I can make a hit, boom, and then I can continue to chase my feet, and I'll always be on my feet rather than hitting, sinking, and diving on that ruck. Oh, okay, a lot of talking, but tip number one, land the plane by brushing your hand on the floor, dropping, bending from your knees and hips by brushing your hand on the floor. That will lower your height before the ruck, and then also then chop those feet just before the contact. Let's get into drill number one. So drill number one is going to be starting on the floor. So we're kind of cheating. The hardest part about rucking is dropping our height and getting into that low position, and that's why we brush the floor. But we're going to start down there just so you can get used to the height. So imagine you're going to make a hit with your right shoulder, get that right foot close. What I want you to do then is step back. So you're now into this position, lean forward, hands up ready to make the hit. And what you're going to do, without stepping upwards, you're just going to imagine you're in a tunnel. You're just going to go through the tunnel, and you're going to make a hit, and you're going to chase your feet. This pad, because it's slippery, is just going to shoot off, okay? But all I want you to focus on is just the height, the contact, chase your feet. All right, get those feet underneath you. Don't leave them behind you. Make sure you keep chasing. Let's give it a go. So there, as I step through, get this foot close and hit and drive. So there, and drive. That did shoot. That went way further than I thought. Let's go on the left shoulder. So there, step back, hands up, lean forward, stay low, get ready, eye on the tiger as well, okay? So meaning eye on the target that you want to hit, with tackling, eye watching where exactly the target you want to hit. Right, next drill is like the tackling one. The tackling number two is just getting into position on your toes. And when I say a color cone, either red or white, we just come from that direction. But again, if I just come from here, close the space down and then drop my height like I do with tackling, then, well, we're just gonna go straight off our feet, okay? And we're gonna lose the battle of the height. So we wanna be dropping our height early because it is so low to the floor, okay? So example, I say red from here, you get your hands low, brush the floor, and then I'm down here ready, and then I can hit. Again, this pad's just gonna shoot off, so just think about getting your height correct and getting through, chasing those feet, all right? And when you get to this position down here, just a quick one, you just gotta fight, okay? You just gotta head down, pump your legs, and a little bit of a wrestle, get someone off that ball, and then once it's clear, get back up on your feet, okay? Staying low all the way through this process. Are we ready? Drill number three is the 4-cone drill, 4 different color cones, but we're always going to ruck this way because sometimes in the game our teammates been hit backwards and we have to come all the way back and all the way through to hit, okay? Again, we want to be dropping our height early in all 4 stations. One thing though, I see a lot of this, as we say blue cone, from here, we don't want to go all the way back to go all the way forward because that's killing time, that's wasting time. The opposition are going to beat us. So again, use this hand. I call it dropping an anchor. We used to do this in the Ospreys, and a lot of professional clubs do this. As I get there, I'm going to put my hand on the floor, make sure it's behind the back foot. I put my hand on the floor, and then I can swing around, and then I'm in this position then, nice and quickly, nice and early, and then I can hit and chase my feet, okay? So that's called the anchor. So as I'm coming back here, instead of going all the way around, I do a shortcut. I get my foot there, and I'm in this position, boom, I'm ready to hit. In this position though, we gotta fight. We gotta really fight to hit through this pad. Oh, so there we have it. That's skill number 3, rucking. Big focus on dropping that height. Again, if you want to work on your rucking, it's a tough part of the game. Every player should be able to do it. Wingers, centers, flankers, obviously it's your bread and butter, second rows. If you want to get better at this and you want my help, my advice, my programming, read the description below. It's there for you. Oh, skill number 4 is going to be kicking, and I'm going to keep it super simple. The 2 tips are kick with a hard foot, okay? Hard, straight foot. And when you do try to kick harder, don't just think about swinging your leg as hard as you can or as fast as you can. I just want you to think of timing and hard foot, okay? Timing and hard foot. We will build the distance when we get further and further developed, but focus on that. So the top tips are for this, those 2 I just covered, but also thumbs down for grubber kick, because we're going to cover grubber kicks today, and thumbs up for kicking out of hand, okay? So thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, all right? So drill number 1 is just going to be a grubber kick, okay? So you're going to have a box. My box is the camera, 10 meters away. I'm going to kick, slightly lean forward, thumbs down, slightly lean forward as I kick. I'm going to follow through that kick rather than kicking and leaning back, all right? So you're going to kick, step through and walk towards the ball. Imagine you're playing golf, you've just hit a ball and you're walking towards that shot, wherever you put it, all right? So nice and straight, balancing on 1 foot. I don't want you to touch down. I want you to hold here for 5 seconds. Everything in line, okay? Hard, straight foot. You're going to place the ball where this foot should be. You're going to kick through the hard foot, step through, and move through the ball, okay? That's drill number 1. Let's get through a few reps of them. Drill number 2 is exactly the same, but we're going to do thumbs up. Okay, so with this, the difference between a grubber kick is the thumbs down, the ball is pointing downwards. This time, the ball is pointing on the angle upwards to the direction that you want it to go. You're gonna have your thumbs upwards, and from here, balance on 1 foot. Again, you're gonna place it where this foot should be with a hard foot, and from there, balance, move through the ball. Watch where you kick it. So drill number 3 is just going to be knitting them 2 together and walking forward before you actually hit the ball, okay? So you're going to walk forward, you're going to talk to yourself, you're going to say grubber or kick out of hand, and we're going to try and get it in that box, okay? This box is only 5 meters away from me, just to show, but for you, you can get 10 meters, 15, whatever, just build up the distance as you feel confident, okay? So from there, I'm just going to throw the ball up, catch it, thumbs down, grubber kick, kick through, follow the ball into the box. Happy days, it went through there. Hopefully then, if I hit it harder, it would have popped up nicely. Boom, I'm in, all right? And then as for the other option, throw it up, catch it, kick out of hand, keep those thumbs up, kick through, and bounce, nice. So that's what we're looking for, moving through the ball. Get a lot of repetitions of all of those. If you're a forward, don't worry, practice. If you're a back, happy days, doesn't matter where you are, give it a go, all right? And again, if you want work on kicking, read the description, it's all there for you. Yeah, squad, welcome to the 5th and final skill, fitness. I'm gonna give you 3 fitness exercises or sessions to do to add to the end of your training, just to top up your fitness, to catch up with everyone else, okay? And also to help lower the risk of injury and to make sure you perform better and better each week, because you'll be able to manage the fatigue levels, okay? So firstly, don't go out now and run a 5K, 10K. I don't think I ever run a 5K continuous when I played professional rugby. Yes, I covered it in a game, but I didn't do it just going out. I did it via interval-based wrestling, running backwards, turning, twisting, sprinting, jogging, walking, a mixture of everything. So we need to make sure that we are doing interval-based training, but I don't want you to sprint off the block straight away. So the first drill or exercise or session is something I want you to focus on for a few weeks to build up your capacity, okay? So your engine, build up your engine. And for all the reps and sets, make sure you read the description below. And for what we're doing, you're gonna run to the halfway at a fast stride and back. So it should be about 6, 7 out of 10, okay? You shouldn't be dead on the floor afterwards. It should be puffing, it should be hard, but you should be able to maintain it every repetition, okay? So for example, if I was doing 4 reps, every rep I should be coming back here at the same time, but I'm still pushing that time, meaning I'm not just jogging, I'm not walking, it's not easy, okay? It's still hard, but should be on the limit of, oh, I just about made it on the 4th rep, okay? So the drill is halfway and back. I'm just going to show you now, for example, and then you're going to have a 40-second rest. You're going to go again, follow the reps and sets in the description below. Let's give it a go. 3, 2, 1. There we have it. That's 20 seconds from me, okay? So 20 seconds, 40 seconds rest. That's like a minute every time. So one thing though, start off at a nice pace. Over the weeks then, you want to be pushing, you want to be trying to get back here in, say I started at 20 seconds. Next week, 19 seconds. Week after, 18 seconds. But making sure every set or every rep is the same amount of time, okay? That is exercise or session number 1. Session number 2 is going to be a little bit more intense. So say last session was 6, 7 out of 10. This is an 8 out of 10. It's going to be a little bit harder. There's not as many continuous reps. It's going to be shorter, sharp blasts. Get a good push on, but then rest, recover, and do another set of that high quality, okay? So the drill is chest, start on the chest, and then you're going to get out to the 5 meters and back. Down, up again. 22 and back as quick as you can, but again, it's not max effort because you won't be able to maintain that. So you want to be going at that 8 out of 10. It's hard, it's harder than last session, but you can maintain it for the amount of reps that's in the description below, okay? So for example, we're going to go, ready? Let's see how long it takes me. Shouldn't be long. Go in 3, 2, start my chest, I should have. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. There we go, noticeably quicker than the first session. That was 14 seconds. I'm gonna rest now for 30 seconds. Woo, go again. Push the pace, harder than last week. Let's go. Session number 3 then is pushing the speed and the intensity. Again, we're going to 9 out of 10. Again, you're not flat out, this shouldn't kill you, but it should be fast, okay? We've built this now. Those first 2 sessions are over, say, an 8-week block. We've built a good baseline, and now we're going up to the top end speed, okay? Are we ready? 15 seconds to get to the 22. However long I get there, however long it takes to get there, I get that remaining rest, and you can do sets of that. So, for example, every 15 seconds you go, okay? Set, go. There we go. So that was 4 seconds. Rest. I'm going in 5 seconds. You can see it's noticeably quicker than the last session. Let's go. Push, 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 push. Oh, all the way in to the try line. You do a few sets of that. That's really hard, okay? You do not want to be doing this straight away. You need to build up your aerobic capacity, but also your body, your legs, your hamstrings. You need to build these up ready to be doing top end. A lot of players get injured, whether they're new to the game or they're old ex-players. They've been sitting down for a while and then they come back because of hamstrings and groins, because they're not used to sprinting, or they haven't built up to be able to sprint, to allow themselves to sprint, okay? Gotta look after the body. Oh, I'm tired. Well done. And there we have it. That is the 5 key skills. And this is the bonus section. This is the section you said you've been waiting for. The free 7-day training plan with me, Ben John, the rugby trainer, in my academy. The information is in the description below. We're covering 7 key, we're gonna have a training session every day, 7 key elements of rugby. There's gonna be stuff from me and there's gonna be stuff from pro players. Sam Warburton has put a sample of his session that's in my academy, perfect for all levels, all players, and also not in the 7-day plan, but in my academy, I give you weekly feedback. So you can do a session like this, you can film some of your reps, you send it to me, and every week I can give you feedback and then progress you then to what is next week training, giving you goals, things to set, okay? So make sure though, you download that, you get involved, you like and you subscribe if you want to get better at rugby, and please share this with your mates. Yeah, that would be massive help. Hopefully this helps. Comment below what you want to see next from me. Thank you. Let's go.